What's good, y'all? This video is going to be about why I decided to stop smoking weed after 28 years. I quit 2 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. As a disclaimer, if you are currently smoking weed, or you grow weed, or you enjoy weed or love weed, this video is not for you. This is not meant to convince you to stop smoking. I'm not against weed. I don't hate weed. I'm not an advocate against weed. This is not about that. This video is mainly to help people who have decided to make a life change in quitting weed. So please be respectful, or if not, just skip this video and go to the next one. For those of you who are trying to quit weed, then you're in the right place. Listen, it wasn't an easy decision. It took me years to finally get it in my mind that this is something I actually wanted to do. I live in New York, so weed became legal, so it became a cultural norm, so to speak. But I knew in my heart that smoking weed wasn't going to get me to where I needed to go. I wanted to operate in a higher frequency. I wanted to vibrate stronger. If anybody know what frequencies are, then you understand what I'm talking about. To those who don't know what frequencies are, think about a radio. Whenever you're trying to tune your radio into a certain station, in between stations there's static. And that's kind of like what my life was with smoking weed. I wasn't tuned in the way how I truly wanted to be. So by quitting weed, I was able to tune into my higher self and start getting the results that I needed. Not everybody who smokes weed lives inadequate lives. But for me, I couldn't go to that next level of life, of living, until I decided to stop smoking. And once I did, I was able to accomplish more than I ever dreamed of. That was just one of few reasons. Another reason was, I just knew that I needed something different in my life. I smoked for 28 years. That means I never got a chance to really, truly enjoy life, to say that I lived. Since I was 11 years old, every death in the family, every death of a friend, every celebration, every birthday, every anything, I was high or about to get high. And I was tired of it. I want to experience life on a natural high. I want to see what that was like for a little bit. And since I have been, I'm loving it. Listen, I never thought that I would quit weed. At one point in time, I was a die-hard weed smoking, argue you down just because you talked about weed in a negative way. So I understand why some people comment on my videos and make it feel like I'm going against them, I'm going against the grain. And I can respect that. But that's really just the weed talking. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you think smoking weed is the only thing to live in life, then that right there goes to show how much weed is impacting your livelihood. There's so much things out here to do. There's so much life to live. Now that I stopped smoking weed, I actually know what love feel like. I know what happiness feel like. I know how to cope with my emotions. If I'm stressed out, I know how to deal with that and work through it. If I'm angry, I know how to handle that and work through it. Before, I needed a blunt every time I got mad. After a fight, after an argument, after sex, I was smoking. Anything that life threw at me, I nullified it with smoking weed. It was my coping mechanism. But now, I use my God-given ability to cope with situations. And I'm so much more powerful because of it. My children, I'm more in tune with their needs. Instead of me just being high and yesing them and watching TV and, moving slow-mo and all that, I'm actually able to really enjoy them and play with them and laugh with them wholeheartedly. Thanksgivings, when we get together with our families now, I don't sneak off in the hallway or go take that walk with the cousins and all that. I actually get to enjoy my family, my aunts and my uncles, who we all know aren't going to be here forever. And I get to spend every last minute enjoying them instead of just, sneaking off and letting life pass me by. Because that's exactly what I was doing. I was letting life pass me by. Weed controlled my life. Weed was my main priority. Breakfast, lunch, work, going home from work, before I go to bed, before I eat dinner, when I'm using the bathroom. Weed. Weed consumed about 30 to 40% of my thoughts throughout the day. And I was tired of it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I know not everybody was like me. Not everybody devoted their whole day practically to smoking weed. Some people are able to manage and cope with that. And to those out there who are able to do that, more power to you. Continue doing your thing. If anybody can relate to what I'm saying, then listen, the grass is greener on the other side. It's not easy. It won't be easy. But when you take those first steps, the first step is actually just deciding to yourself that you want to quit. The next step is actually setting up a game plan. Give yourself a date that you're going to quit. Stick to that date. Let somebody know that you want to quit. Speak about it. Don't keep it inside. Because if you keep it inside, it's a chance that you might not follow through on the things that you're trying to do. I smoked weed for 28 years, and I thought that I really was enjoying it and living my best life. But after I quit, I really realized that I was hardly living life at all. Now that I've quit, life is so much brighter. It's so much fuller. It's so much more energized. And I'm able to absorb it on a whole different level. If you feel where I'm coming from, hit the subscribe button. Like, share, comment. Let me know what your experiences are with dealing with weed. Whether you like smoking weed or if you actually trying to quit smoking weed. I want to hear about it. Let's build a community. Let's support each other. Let's help each other get to the next level. As always, I wish you all the best of health, wealth, success, and prosperity. And until next time, stay up.